What is going on, foodies? Today I'm going to be making this chicken with some veggies and rice. Now, I've been envisioning this meal of mine all week, so I got the stuff to make it. And this video is uploaded, so the recipe came out good. If you want to see how I made it, keep on watching. Alright, you guys, I am going to season my meat. You can season your chicken with whatever you want. This is what I am using. I have this chicken seasoning, really good. I got it at my local store, Food for Less. This is probably the only place I've seen it. I'm not sure if other stores carry it, but it's really yummy, and it's going to make the chicken taste amazing. Sorry, you guys, I have not been posting the last couple weeks. We had a horrible heat wave here in California, and our AC went out. It was super hot, so we had salads a couple nights because I was not about to be cooking with it being so hot. And then my birthday was last weekend, so I was not about to be cooking on my birthday. And we just went on a little trip, a little COVID trip. Got a nice little hotel and got away. So, my bad, guys. I'm back. Anyways, I'm just sprinkling a little bit of pepper on this too, making sure I coat the chicken all over. And last but not least, I'm going to be using this other seasoning that I bought at my local store, and it is fish seasoning, but it's really just like garlic and pepper and onion powder. So don't think like, why is she using that? It's just going to make the chicken taste really yummy. Now that we have our chicken seasoned, let's go ahead and take these over to the pan and start browning them. Alright, foodies, now I've added some oil to this pan, and we are going to cook this chicken on low and brown the whole thing, every side of it, guys. Brown that bad boy. Don't put your heat on too high or else it will burn. We just want to brown it nicely, and then we're going to go ahead and put some water and put the lid on top after that. So we're just browning it, guys. Alright, you guys, I have been rotating my chicken. Now I'm going to go ahead and add in some water. I added about 1/4 cup this time, maybe a little bit more. We just want a little bit of water at the bottom so that our chicken doesn't burn. And I'm going to put the lid on top just so the meat can cook all the way through. So I'm going to set a timer for about 20 minutes. And then I'm going to remove these and do the process again with the other half. This is only half of the chicken, guys, so I have to cook the other one. Alright, you guys, this is me taking my chicken out. I've already cooked the second half. I thought I recorded it, but I guess I didn't. My apologies. But when I placed the other 5 pieces inside, I went ahead and put about 1/2 cup of water into the pot and threw all the chicken on, let it cook for another 20 minutes, and this is all the juice we have that we're going to use for our rice. Alright, you guys, if that last clip confused you at all, and if you have a question, leave me a comment down below. Don't hesitate to ask. I am here for all your questions, you guys. So now I transferred and I'm using a big pan, and I'm going to start making my rice. I've cut up about 1/4 of a white onion. I'm going to saute this with my rice, and it's going to be super tasty, you guys. Now that I have my onions in, you guys, I'm going to add my rice. I want to say I used about 1.5 cups of rice. I tried to measure it for the sake of this video. Usually I just throw it in. I just cook it. But because my pan is so big and I know that I have a lot of chicken legs, I want to make sure that I cook enough rice to go with the meal. Now I'm just going to saute this, you guys, and brown it. I want it to have a nice color before I add in the water. That's just going to help with the cooking time to make sure that my rice is cooked through and it's not mushy, because nobody likes a mushy rice. Alright, you guys, I'm going to add in the juice from the chicken that I cooked earlier because I saved it, because it's going to give the rice a yummy taste. So I'm just going to go ahead and pour it in. Look at that color. That's just from all the flavor from that chicken, you guys. As soon as I poured it, it already smelled amazing. And I knew this dish was on to the right start. Even though, like I said, this is something I've never made. I just said, this is going to be good, because usually that's just how I cook. Now, I want to say I added about 2 cups of water, guys. You want enough to cover your rice and maybe have about an inch above the rice. If you have too much water, it's going to be mushy if you don't cook in the right temperature, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and mix this up a little bit. Just want to make sure that it's where I want it to be. And now, you guys, I'm gonna add in 1 can of mixed vegetables. I went ahead and drained the juice. It's important to drain the juice, you guys. If you do not drain it, this meal is going to be mushy and it's going to have too much liquid. Your rice isn't going to cook right and it's not going to taste right. Alright, you guys, and I'm going to add in some of these diced tomatoes. Now, I did the same thing. I drained the juice, but I only used about 3/4 of the can. I didn't want to put too much, because I know that once it starts cooking, some of that liquid from the tomatoes is going to cook with my rice, and like I said, I don't want it to be mushy. I'm very picky with the way my rice is made, and it has to be right. So drain the juice, unless you want it juicy, mushy, whatever. It's up to you guys. Now that I've mixed it in, I'm going to be using 2 bullion cubes, and I'm going to go ahead and crush these up and mix them in. You guys, this is not too much sodium. It's not going to be super salty. You got to remember, we have tomatoes in here. We still haven't shoved our chicken in here. We have a whole can of vegetables in here. It's going to come out perfect. Trust me. I went ahead and smashed these bad boys up with my hand, and then I went ahead and got my whisk and made sure that it was all broken up, because that sucks if someone cooks your rice and doesn't mix it right and you just take a big old bite of bouillon. It's not the business, guys, so make sure it's broken up. Now I'm going to add in about a teaspoon of ground cumin, you guys. If you know me, you know I use cumin in a lot of my dishes, just about every one of them. It's amazing. I love it. And yeah, so we're going to mix that up too. And we're almost done, you guys. Well, mixing the stuff in, not done with the meal. And our last seasoning to this, guys, is some Better Than Bouillon chicken base. It's amazing. I love it. We're only going to do 1 teaspoon. That combined with all this other stuff is going to be amazing, guys. Time to add in our chicken from earlier, you guys. Here it is. Now I'm just going to go ahead and spread these out evenly throughout the whole pan and make sure it gets in that juice. We're going to let these cook. These chicken are already cooked. That's the good part. And because this is a big pan, I have to use foil. I'm going to cover this with foil. Cook it on low like you would your regular rice if you're making rice. I cooked this for about 35 minutes, and then I turned off the burner and let it rest for 10 minutes before I went ahead and served it, just to make sure that the rice was cooked through all the way. Again, like I said, This pan is massive. It almost covers up 2 burners. So I wanted to make sure that my stuff was cooked through all the way. And here it is, you guys, 35 minutes later. Looking amazing. Let's serve us up a plate, you guys. And here we have it. Our chicken with rice and veggies. Some queso fresco. And I made some refried beans with bacon in them, of course. And I smashed these bad boys up. This is dinner, you guys, along with a couple tortillas, and we are good to go. The rice came out perfect. Everything was delicious, you guys. You know it's good when your kids are like scraping their plates, trying to get every drop in her mouth. My daughter, who doesn't really care for chicken so much, loved it, and it was amazing, you guys. I swear, all the flavors were so good. Guarantee you guys will love it, and it'll be a hit with the whole family, you guys. This recipe is super easy to follow, and the ingredients will be in the description box down below. If you're new to this channel, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Turn on your post notifications so you never miss an upload, and I'll see you next time. Bye.